So I did my virtual art launch, and what I did was I took the video and I divided it up into 3 parts. So this is part 2, where you'll see a bit of entertainment, and you will also be getting a view of the stage 1 of the virtual art tour, which is called the BB stage. I hope you enjoy it. You'll also get a taste of my culture a bit. So let's get started.
During this time, despite how it is with us closed in, we've been blessed. Trinidad has been blessed because we only had very few deaths, and we're still able to open up and do move around as usual and do certain things that we want. And yes, I also want to share my condolences to Lisa O'Connor's family. She attended the same school as me, as I did, so all condolences to the family, and our prayers are with them. And now, just to share with you, so that was Daniela Wolcott. Another piece of entertainment. This is a young lady called Ariella John. She does the spoken word. She approaches poetry and theater performances as medicine for Atlantic people, their resilient cultures, and the land they occupy. The millennials' devotion to community building work centers on transformative justice, sustainable living, and the healing arts as she works within the Caribbean and its diaspora, sharing and gathering tools that have supported our dynamic evolution over time. And Ariel is going to share 2 of her poems with us. I hope you enjoy them.
The name of this poem is called Safety First. It's from my book. And in thinking about what I could lend to Gafra's own evolution as an artist, as a human being over the years, as a creative, this poem ties into my own evolution. And as women, I feel like our stories talk to each other all the time. So this is my offering. Thank you again, Gafra, for having me be a part of your work in this way. Safety first. I don't know what it was to walk around as a child with pillows tied across my chest and strapped across my back with arms flailing in the middle like toddler swimming floats. Have never worn a helmet with my bike or with my silver rollerblades, with my heart never afraid of getting my hair wet in the rain. Never a safety belt strapped until my parents' car accident last June. No lid for my mouth, however inappropriate a teenager I grew. I have never walked into love with a shield, with an evacuation map, with a mattress waiting below to catch me wingless when I jump out the building. I have jumped every cliff that promised water at the bottom and without a wetsuit. Ran around the red ant-ridden backyard barefooted since I could walk. I do not ever have a plan B until it is needed. Then I make one with best guess precision. I lose all my umbrellas within 3 months. I do not have a savings account. I do not know what it is to walk through the world ducking every blow, wary of anything that looks like it is bigger than me, carries more teeth in its mouth or bass in its voice. I also know what it is to wake up one morning and notice the bruises, the scarring, the tunneled pockets. I know the impiety of tropical rain turn boat-worthy flood. I know how death comes in slow motion, so that we do not ever forget the details of her face. I know what it feels like to be blatantly refused love and live to laugh about it. I wake up anyway and walk and carry wild orchids bundled in my arms, trying to not get them bloodied. Thank you all so much for listening. Gafra, blessings to you on your continued endeavors. Thank you for taking the risk, right? Because in this corner of the Caribbean, I feel like once you choose to commit to your art and to your creativity is a risk, because our people don't always understand what that is. So thank you for taking the risks with your work, with your creativity, and blessings to you. Be well, everyone. Take care.
Thank you so much, Ariel. That was very soothing. And she made a point about us understanding. I wanted to do a rant. I wanted to rant because I was talking to my cousin who's also an artist, and our complaint was Trinidadians need to support their creators. They need to support their artists. For example, art is not just putting a picture on your wall because you need a purple picture in that corner. Art is something that touches your soul. And so instead of going to a store and buying those cheap prints, yes, it's $100 million, but it's not original and it's mass produced. Go and support your artists, support your creators. You get excellent stuff in the markets, and we're gonna start back the up markets, from what I understand. I know they're gonna start doing that. But so, look out for your artists, buy their original pieces, right? I know some of them may seem expensive, but the way things are now, you can have a conversation with your artist. My first expensive piece, it took me 3 months to buy because I was paying in part. So it's not impossible. So support your artists. Right? So again, I would like to thank Ariel for that beautiful poem. So now we come into the best part, the part where we are going to be doing the tour through my art exhibition on the platform called Art Steps. Now, so let's get started. Now, people, if there are any little glitches, please, this is internet, so anything can happen.
So now we're in the virtual art tour, and for my tour I set it up so that the first thing you see is this welcome, and you'll notice the little window at the bottom. You can also type in words there of greetings, etc. And then I put some more greetings or text on the walls to welcome people, as well as to give information as to my site. So now we move on to my first painting. That's called Old Trini Train, a watercolor painted from a picture that I saw of Old Trinidad. And then the second painting is Docks, Ships on the Docks. And as we move away from the painting, we're going down, that's the corridor. And that's another painting called My Neighborhood. It's a picture of, from when I looked through my window, I saw my neighbor's house and I decided to paint it, and that's my impression of it. You'll notice the windows at the bottom. You can put all the information like size, dimensions about each painting in a text description box. And that painting next to it is called Arima Road. So we're seeing down the corridor, and all these paintings are watercolors that I learned in my baby stage of my art journey. And you could actually put plants in this virtual art platform. So as we move down the corridor, we will start to look at some of the other paintings. That one is the Soul Green Tree. It's a watercolor as well. Now all the paintings look very large on the walls, but they are basically magnified versions of smaller pieces so that you can see the painting better. So that's why you need to read the description in the box, in the window below, or when you click on the painting, a window comes up on the left, upper left, and it will have all the dimensions. It will also have the URL that you can paste into your browser to go straight to the store to buy the piece. This platform, you can't put in links, so you have to put the URL so people can copy and paste it into their browser to be able to go straight to your store to buy it. This is another piece, Light Blue Mountains and Brown Field, again a watercolor. There I was learning all about the flow of water and just trying to be loose. The piece next to it is Yachts in the Sea. Again, trying to learn via watercolors to be loose with how I let the watercolors flow. And you can again read all the dimensions as well as the URL for this painting, which you paste into your browser to be able to go straight to my Etsy store or my website, which is www.gafra.org. And we come to another watercolor painting, basically kind of monochromatic. It's called Maracas Across the Bridge. This is from, in my country, one of the beaches in Trinidad, my version of looking across the bridge at the beach. I tended to go with the grays and the peach tones for this watercolor. Again, to remind everyone, the paintings look large on the walls, but they are much smaller. So you need to look at the dimensions to see the exact size. And that painting there is House on the Hill. And this one is House in the Village. I was painting, I went to a place called Peparo and I saw the Hudson. I painted some of those. Again, look at the window for the URL to be able to purchase any of these paintings. And they are much smaller than you see there. I only enlarged them so that you can see the picture better. So we are still in the youngster stage, and this is a painting called Artist Doing a Demo. I did an art workshop in Boone, North Carolina with an artist called Alvaro Castany, and we had to paint other painters while they were doing their demos or their plein air pieces. And this was my version. Again, a watercolor. So throughout my baby stage, I'm doing watercolors. And you will see the size when you click on the painting and the window pops up on the upper left corner. You'll see the actual size. So now we're leaving. So these paintings were done between 2015 and 2011, 2015. So now we're moving into my youngster stage. This is where, again, I'm still doing watercolors. So I hope you enjoy that. This is Gail Francis from Gafra Smart Art, and you've just seen part of my virtual art tour. Yes, that was the baby stage where I was now learning about art and painting and perspective and color and etc. In part 3, you'll be seeing the last 3 stages, which is youngster stage, teenage stage, and adult stage. There I've learned a lot more, and I've also gotten into acrylics. So thank you for sharing part 2 with me, and I look forward to seeing you in part 3.